Hi everyone, Karen here. Well, I'm back and I am making another quarantine dish. Oh my goodness, yes, we are still in quarantine, aren't we? At least we are in Wisconsin. I know everybody still is. So I hope you're hanging in there. What I am making, I don't want to burn my butter here, although brown butter isn't bad. I am making a chicken enchilada casserole. And I'm going to be making it with lasagna noodles instead of tortilla shells. So just something a little bit different. And something that, like I said, we can find in our pantries. And I just have 2 tablespoons of grass-fed butter in here. And then I am using my flour once again. And I'm just cooking that up just to kind of get that raw flour taste out of the flour. So you want to cook it for about a minute or so. I have it on a very low heat. Very, very low heat. And then I'm going to be adding in a cup of chicken stock. And I'm just going to get that ready to go too, so that it's all ready to go. And I do buy organic chicken stock also. Watch what I'm doing here so I don't have have it go over my measuring cup. Alright, I'm going to bring that up just a little bit. So yeah, you just want to cook that out until it starts to, get a little thick. So I had 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of flour. You always want to use the same ratio, butter to flour. So whatever you want to use, and it's starting to brown up a little bit. I want that. I want it to brown just a tad. You can kind of see how it's kind of browning there. I don't have a lot in there. And then I'm going to add in our chicken broth. And I'm going to add that slowly so that I don't get any lumps. Keep whisking as you do this. I'm going to do that with my other hand. I am left-handed. I don't know why I thought I could do it with my right hand. Alright, so we are going to cook that up a little bit, and then I want to cooking up pretty good. I'm going to add a little bit of cumin, however you say it, and such a warm spice. I love it. Okay, so we don't need a lot of it though. So I'm going to just put about a half a teaspoon in there. That's just going to give it that nice depth of flavor. And then we are going to add a little bit more chicken broth. Now that we have that other chicken broth and added a little bit, we added it a little bit slowly so that it would not get lumpy. We could add our other chicken broth in there. So yeah, I just buy the free-range chicken broth, organic, and good to go. So we're just going to let this cook for a little bit, and then I'm going to stir in our Greek yogurt. And you don't want this boiling, because if you add Greek yogurt to this when it's like boiling, it's going to curdle. So you want to be careful. It can be warm. It can be, very warm, hot, but not a rapid boil. So I am going to turn you off while I go measure up those ingredients and get them all ready over here. Okay, so I have my Greek yogurt here. I really like the Fage brand of yogurt, Greek yogurt. I think it's a very mild Greek yogurt, and I have used it in place of sour cream many times without anybody knowing it. And so I think if you want to use that instead of the high-fat sour cream, you certainly can. I don't think anybody's going to be the wiser. So I'm just going to stir that in. And that was about a cup of sour cream on my brain. Greek yogurt. And again, I just have it on very low heat. I'm going to just use a spoon, I think. Because that spatula or that whisk was really kind of getting things a little bit splattery. And that'll all, you know, kind of blend in too. Just kind of push it around there, get that all, the lumps out of there. But that's going to make a real nice thick sauce for you. Nobody's going to know the difference. I promise you. Try this. Don't tell anybody but I think you need to get this brand if you can. You need to get the Fage brand. F-A-G-E. Because it's, like I said, a very mild yogurt. Alright, then I'm going to add the green chilies. I just have a small can of mild green chilies in there. I like adding this to the sauce just because it, I think it distributes a little bit better. Alright, so this is really looking good. I am going to go move you guys over to my other counter so that I can cut up all the other ingredients and get everything in here. And then we'll get this chicken enchilada lasagna put together. Okay, so I have you over here now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about a ½ teaspoon of salt to this. Turn the light on so I can see what I'm doing. There, much better. And then just a couple grinds of pepper. I would say maybe another ¼ teaspoon of pepper. You know, I always say salt and pepper to your taste. Oh, and I do want to get some garlic. Okay, so then we're going to do about, oh, somebody smelled the chicken, I think. I don't think it was the garlic you smelled. Okay, and then we have about a ¼ teaspoon of our garlic powder here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this green onion, and you can't see a thing. There you go. All right, get this green onion, and I'm just going to chop this up real fine. You hoping for a treat? My sous chef over here, she waits for me to drop things, don't you? You think I'm going to drop something? My girl Mia there. Call her my problem child because she has kind of been my problem child from day one. But we love her to death, don't we? Alright, I'm going to just stick, that was one green onion. I'm just going to put that right in there. Everything goes right into this pan with this enchilada sauce. And then, and I like to cut things up a little bit finer. I'm close my refrigerator tight. A little bit finer so that it cooks through. You know, if I had the bigger chunks, it wouldn't probably cook. Although I'm going to probably stick this in the oven for a good 20 minutes or so, just to heat it through. Everything's cooked, other than the vegetables. And if they're a little bit crisp tender, I don't mind that. I almost prefer them that way. So I just had a red pepper, and I just took, I'm going to say, I'll go get my measuring cup, but I'm going to say this is going to be about a ½ cup. I really don't have a recipe here. Ladies and gentlemen, I just kind of winging it. Alright, so I'm going to go get my measuring spoon. Okay, so I am going to say we have about a half a cup, so this is my 4th cup. I'd say that's pretty good. Maybe a little bit more than a 1/4 of a cup. So we're gonna stir that in. And then this sauce is warm, so as I'm cutting things up, it's gonna start parboiling or par cooking those vegetables. And I'm just watching my noodles. My noodles had issues. I took too long doing other stuff with my sauce over there, and I forgot them, and they kind of stuck all together. So it's kind of a good lesson. Don't, you know, and I rinsed them with cold water because I knew that could happen. But they still stuck together. So they broke up. They were gluten-free noodles, so they're a little bit touchier to begin with than the regular lasagna noodles. And but we're gonna see if we can make them work. And you know, this is a casserole. It's a layered casserole, so I'm not too worried about it because nobody's really gonna see it. You know, I mean, it's, you layer it, and if the bottom noodles are broken up in half, really, who cares? I don't think there's any noodle police coming into my house today telling me that my noodles are not all in one piece. And if they are, I'll invite them over for dinner. So, yeah, I hope, I'm hoping to get some few more recipes up here. We'll just see how things go. Oh, I thought I had my 1 cup, but I bet that, oh, you know where that was? That was with my Greek yogurt. So I just grabbed it. This is actually 2 chicken breasts. I just want to kind of give you a measurement too. And I just made these right in my pressure cooker. It's my favorite way of making my chicken breasts. Yeah, I mean, you're not, yeah, the chicken is out again, I know. It is her dinner time. I'll give you this for your treat tonight. Should I save some for your treat? Yeah? She gets a treat because she has to get drops put in her ears because she's got an ear infection. Like I said, she's my problem child. But we love you. We love you, don't we? Yeah. Keeps life interesting. Okay, so we have 2 cups of chicken there. How about if I just save this little piece for you, for your, to have after you behave yourself with the drops. It's like having a 2-year-old. Okay. Actually, Mia, I'm going to add a little bit more chicken to that. Sorry, kiddo. You may not get as much treats. You don't need that much anyways. Just need a little bit piece of chicken for that. If I had the cheese out, she'd really be going crazy. All right, yeah, that's better. So 2 full chicken breasts. Just figure it out that way. You can kind of see what I did there. I just mixed everything right together. And I'm just going to layer this right in the pan. And we will hope that things behave with our noodles. All right, let's see here. There we go. Maybe, actually you don't need to see the pan that much. You need to see my casserole dish more than you need to see the pan with the sauce in. And I'm going to go turn my stove off over there. I actually turned my stove back on because I thought I might have to make new noodles. Say that fast 10 times. Okay, so I am going to, and I'm figuring, like I said, if they break, I'm not going to worry about them. I'm going to go get my scissors so I can cut these. Okay, so we're just going to cut this just so that it lays flat in the bottom of my casserole dish. And I think I had another broken one over here, so nobody's going to know the difference. Okay, and I'm going to try not to get a lot of the saucy. You know, I mean, I got sauce in there, but not a whole lot. And actually, what I'm going to do to help to thicken that sauce up a little bit, I was going to add the cheese on top, but I think I'm going to add just a little bit of cheese into the sauce. As that cheese melts, that will thicken up that sauce too. So I put about 1/3 of a cup of cheese in there, cheddar cheese. You could put pepper jack cheese in here. You could put any kind of cheese. You know, they have the Mexican blends. You could definitely do that. Be very, very good with those types of cheeses too. Alright, so we're just kind of layering this just like you would a lasagna. And then I am going to just, and I'm using my fingers because I'm going to use the rest of this cheese up. So if I wasn't going to be using all this package up, I wouldn't be touching the cheese with my fingers. My hands are clean. I washed them before I started. Alright. Get another layer of noodles on top here. I'm just taking my kitchen shears and I'm just cutting these up to kind of get them to the size that I need them. Nobody's going to be the wiser that my noodles broke. Kind of like, the only one knows. Your secret is, what was that commercial years ago? Only your hairdresser knows for sure, something like that. These days, we know who dyes our hair and who doesn't. Unless you're coloring it at home, because, oh my goodness. Oh, those poor hairdressers, when they get back to work, they are going to, yeah, they are going to need a vacation with everybody wanting to get in. Okay, that one's pretty small, so I think I'm going to just try to use some bigger ones up here, because now as I'm getting bigger, or to the top, my bowl is, or my casserole dish is getting a little bit bigger. So, oh, I'm glad I didn't make those extra noodles, because I'm not going to need them. Yum, this is going to be so good. Now my sauce is a little thin. I would have I probably just added a little bit more chicken stock than I needed to. So kind of play around with that. I would maybe try decreasing your chicken stock a little bit. And it's going to be fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just going to be a little bit soupier. But that's okay. It's a casserole. It can be soupy. Right? Ooh, I've been forgetting to put the cheese on. There's already cheese in there, but I don't use a lot of cheese anyways. But I do want a couple layers of cheese at least. And I'm going to be putting cheese on top, so yeah, so I mean, I would put a layer of cheese on each layer. I think that's probably the best way to have it. Let's see, I know I have another one that's not broken. There you go. The top ones you want to look nice because of the top ones. But the bottom ones, nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know. Except you. Alright, let's see here. And there. Perfect. Alright, so then I'm just going to put a little bit, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to the sauce had got a little bit more runny. I'm going to just spoon on top. And then cover that with some cheese. Doesn't that look good? Yum. I'm going to put this in a 350 oven for about a half hour. And then when it comes out of the oven, I will take a picture of it and show you what it looks like. Maybe I'll show you what it looks like when it's cut. I really don't know what it's going to look like when it's cut. But I'm hoping that that sauce, I tried not to get real soupy. I tried just to get the meat and all the veggies and not too much of the sauce. And then I poured some of the sauce on top so that it would maybe soak down. So we'll see. This was an experiment. I will let you know how it tastes. It was one of those things. I had everything in my refrigerator and everything in my cupboard, and it sounded good for tonight. So I will see you in about a half hour when this is out of the oven.